This week in Illustrado is a travel show about Filipinos and friends living all across the world.
Hi everyone! My name's Monica Cruz. I'm a professional hair and makeup artist here in Milan, Italy.
Hi, my name is Tin. I'm a Filipina based here in Malaysia. It's very sunny today. It's currently 32 degrees Celsius.
My name is B-Dice. I am an artist in Vancouver, Canada. My family is originally from Amadeo, Cavite.
This week in Illustrado, I'm here at a friend's private farm, somewhere an hour away outside Riyadh.
What's up everybody? My name is Paolo. Welcome to episode 52 of This Week in Illustrado. Now, if you watched one episode per week, you'd spend the entire year watching This Week in Illustrado because you know there are 52 weeks in a year. Now join me today as we say hello to our friends. We're going to be saying hello to two Filipino Frontliner hoteliers in Singapore City. We're going to be saying bonjour to a lovely couple in France. We're saying hello to a Filipino student in Perth. And we're going to be giving you some exciting updates and news here in the UAE. The 2021 Dakilang Bayani Awards just happened last week. We're also going to be featuring a local artist in Dubai, and we're going to be pointing out the connection between Filipino and Arab history through modern art. Join us on the This Week show by recording a 3 to 5 minute video showcasing what life is like from where you're from and tell us your personal story along the way. And as always guys, I hope you are staying safe, healthy, clean, and I hope that you're socially distanced as well. Until then, mega shout out to our sponsors for supporting our show. Remember to support local businesses. And for those of you regulars on the show, you already know what's gonna happen because you're watching another episode of This Week in Illustrado.
Enhance creativity with Panzer Glass graphic paper. It has the texture of paper for precise lines on a smudge-proof surface. Anti-fingerprint and scratch-resistant graphic paper is an anti-glare, antibacterial screen protector for a better drawing experience. For artists at work. Graphic paper from Panzer Glass.
This week in Singapore, and I am Benji, your hotelier, OFW, on a red dot city called Singapore. And this week's Illustrado episode, Gail is joining me to feature how's to be like in Singapore.
Hi guys, I'm Gail, and today I will be with Benj, and together we will show you the beauty of Singapore. Let's go! Well, since we are here in Singapore, it is definitely 4 hours flight from the Philippines. Isn't it amazing? And if you're curious how is it like to be working here, please continue watching.
Singapore's location here in Asia is really convenient. That's why there's a lot of expats coming here to travel, like going around in Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and of course, Hong Kong. Do you know in Singapore it's like all year round summer, and today it's 32 degrees, guys. It's very hot.
And of course, tourists visit Singapore because of these two iconic landmarks, the Merlion and the most Instagrammable Marina Bay Sands Hotel.
But you know what, Abby? As I traveled the world before this pandemic, I must say that Singapore is really convenient, you know?
Yes, the transportation.
Yes, you're right. And aside from that, it's very accessible. And I must say, this is the safest country
In the world.
Yeah?
So you are right, Benj. Singapore is actually the first few countries who got the first batch of the COVID-19 vaccine.
Yeah, that's amazing, no?
And we are very lucky because finally we are fully vaccinated now. Thank you, Singapore.
And of course, I would like to say thank you also to our company who prioritized us. We got the first batch of vaccines here in Singapore.
Yeah, it was way back January
January,
2021.
yeah. You know what? I really salute all our frontliners, our kababayan, the nurses, and of course, not only them. We hoteliers are also considered as frontliners because we cater our guests from in-room dining. We have also some restaurants, lounges, and bars in our hotel.
Yes, correct, Benj. Frontliners are not just those people who work in medical field, but of course all those people who serve the public during this pandemic.
Yeah, and maybe one day you'll be in our hotel and we are the ones serving you guys.
Yeah! And when this pandemic ends, we are very excited to welcome you and our future tourists here in Singapore.
Of course, Singapore is a very small country. If you compare it to Manila, it's like an EDSA from point to point. And here, we have beautiful landmarks. We have the Universal Studios, we have the Gardens by the Bay, we have the Marina Bay Sands Hotel, we have also the Orchard as one of our shopping spree, and the newly discovered island in the southern of Singapore, we have the Lazarus Island. See, you can check more on this when you come here.
Hey Ben, did you know that there's a lot of activities that you can do during your free time?
Well, actually, I've heard a lot, but I've never done anything yet so far. But what are those?
Well, because most of our kababayan, no matter how busy they get from work, they always find time to be healthy.
Yeah, I've seen some.
Yeah, and they always go for hiking, biking, jogging, and of course, dancing.
Yo. Well, there's so much more to explore in this beautiful country, Singapore.
And we hope that you enjoy this quick tour. And that's it for this week's Illustrado.
I am Benj.
And I am Gail. See you next time.
Shisheni!
Bonjour, this week in Annecy, France. My name is Honey, and I'm going to take you to and show you the glimpse of my life here in Annemasse, France. By the way, guys, this is my lovely husband. So as you guys can see, up there is the mountain of Mount Salif here, located in France. This mountain is called the border of Genève. Today is a little bit cold. It's 8 degrees here in France. These are the pastries, sweets, and bread here in France. Everything here is so delicious. The bread, the cake, even their sweets. Oh, I forgot the macarons as well. Now we're heading to the lake so we can have our picnic. These are the usual food that we prepared for our picnic. Kain tayo! Let me show you the amazing view that we have right now. Wow! That looks perfect, huh? Now we're here in Annecy, France. As you guys know, this is the famous Lake Annecy, the cleanest lake in Europe. Before, when there's no COVID, this place was full of tourist people. If you want to see more of our life here in France, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Filipina Living in Turkey. And you can follow us on Facebook page and Instagram, and also in TikTok. It's Filipina Living in Turkey. See you guys! God bless! Bye-bye!
This week in Perth City. Hi guys, my name is Michael Bayot and I live in Perth City. It's actually the most isolated city in the world. And I'm currently at my school with my friends. So I'm from Bacolod City and I have a YouTube channel where I give information about Australian high schools. And if you want to see those, please follow me on Instagram at BQ and on my YouTube channel at John Michael. Thank you! And what I like about Australian high school is that we have a lot of nature in the school, and we also have a very clean environment where it's very safe for everyone, and it's also fun to be here with all the nature. And the school is also very well maintained, as you can see in the school. It provides a very safe environment for everyone. Meet my friends, guys.
My name is Cholo Juan. I'm a visual artist. I believe being an artist holds a big responsibility in the world, and I think we are part of the growth and development of humanity. My work ranges from murals, illustrations, graphic design, and sometimes I do canvas painting, contemporary art. Since I'm a self-taught artist, I tend to be inspired from different forms of art like film, music, and literature, comic books, and manga and animation. I remember when I was in high school, I used to draw my classmates and teachers as a way of tributing them. From then on, I already knew what my career path would be. Graphic paper really helped me draw more confidently and precisely. As a traditional artist, it is important for me to feel the texture of the paper. With graphic paper on the iPad, really makes it feel like I'm drawing on an actual paper. Without the graphic paper, my hand tends to smudge the screen, and of course, I get crooked lines. My goal is to be inspired and to inspire other people, and being able to create art and express myself is the most fulfilling thing.
So as you know guys, there are many talented Filipinos here in the UAE, right? A lot of people have been coming in and out recently, but you should know that Filipinos have been coming in waves since the 1970s. And the history between the UAE and the Middle East and the Philippines goes beyond just modern documented records. For instance, you can see the similarities in art. Joining me today is Yuji Los Baños. He is a student from Ateneo de Manila, and he is going to be showcasing to us his online exhibition pointing out the similarities between Filipino and Arab modern art. It's called Katúlad, Kahádha. And now, without further ado, onto you, Yuji.
Hi, my name is Eldrick Yuji Los Baños, and I'm a student at the Ateneo de Manila University, where I'm finishing my Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art Management. I'm currently based in Dubai, where I grew up and lived for 16 years. So last June 5, I launched my thesis project, an online art exhibition called Katúlad Kahádha on Instagram. In it, I curated modern artworks from the 1950s to the 1980s from the collections of two institutions, the Ateneo Art Gallery in Quezon City, Philippines, and Barjeel Art Foundation in Sharjah, UAE. I wanted to show similarities in the styles, subject matter, and material used by 8 Filipino and Arab artists in the way they depicted people, objects, places in the abstract. By exploring the histories and cultures behind these artworks, I wanted to show through modern art that the Philippines and the Arab world have a lot in common. In fact, these two places have a long relationship that predates the arrival of the Spanish in the Philippines. We have records from the 19th century of Illustrados like Jose Rizal stopping over at ports in Yemen and Egypt as they traveled to Spain via the Suez Canal. In the early 1970s, Filipino engineers and workers were hired on oil rigs and construction sites in oil-rich countries of the Arabian Gulf. In 1974, the Marcos regime launched the labor export policy as a temporary solution for rising unemployment in the Philippines, paving the way for greater numbers of Filipino migrant workers in the Middle East. In the 1980s, more women followed to the region to work in service jobs and as domestic helpers. Now, many of these OFWs work in difficult conditions away from their families and are often vulnerable to abuse by their employers in countries where they have very little legal protection. I grew up hearing stories about such OFWs in Dubai and seeing Filipinos everywhere in malls and restaurants. But I noticed that we were often relegated to the lower ranks of the economic hierarchy. I didn't see Filipino teachers in the international schools I attended, Filipino executives in big business, Filipino artists in the theaters and galleries I love to visit. So through this exhibition, I wanted to correct the social and economic imbalance. In using modern art as a common language, I intended to place the Philippines and the Arab world on equal terms. I want to show that the creative genius and humanity that unites Filipinos and Arabs can be much greater than the unequal economic forces that divide us. So I hope that Filipinos abroad start to see the Philippines and themselves as creative, talented, intelligent people, capable of standing on the world stage in the fields of art and culture and education. I want them to see themselves as equals to the rest of the world wherever they are and open their eyes to the creativity that dwells in their community. So check out the exhibition on Instagram at KTLDKHDA. If you like it, and I hope you do, feel free to share it on social media. So stay safe and stay creative.
Thank you, Yuji, for that insightful information, guys. You should follow him and you should support Katúlad Kahádha on Instagram because there's plenty of history just waiting to be unraveled. Now that we all have an online platform, we can connect people through history on a scale that has never been known until now. More and more Filipinos are coming out and pointing out the similarities between culture. We are breaking down the borders and we are proving yet again that we are an international people. Now, speaking of being an international people, Filipinos in Dubai are one of the biggest contributors to the economy, through society, and through so much more. Building on that cultural relationship, Dakilang Bayani has just happened recently. Now, Dakilang Bayani, which means Noble Hero, is the highest Filipino award that has been given by the Office of the Philippine Consulate General. You should check this out.
Paano nga ba magsilbi sa bayan? Ang natatanging parangal sa mga individual na nag-alay ng panahon, pawis at galing. Hindi lamang dahil sa kanilang angking kaalaman, kung hindi dahil sa kanilang mga pusong tunay na mga Pilipino. Paano nga ba ang maging inspirasyon sa libu-libong Pilipinong naninirahan sa labas ng bansang sinilangan? Mga pusong nagpataas ng antas ng pagkakakilanlan sa lahing ating kinagisnan. At mga pusong nagbigay daan para sa mga susunod na henerasyon na gawin di lamang ang tama, kundi lalo na ang makabuluhan. Paano nga ba ang maging bayani? Dakilang Bayani Awards. Sapagkat tayo ay taas noong Pilipino. Sa isip, sa salita, at sa gawa.
It's not a one-woman show. Illustrado is the blood, sweat, and tears of a small team with a big dream for the Filipino community. We started in 2006 with one simple wish. What we wanted was a better and more respectable representation for the Filipino community in the region. That in the last 15 years, we have been able to support thousands of Filipino talents and at the same time inspire millions of Filipinos across the globe. And we did this with limited resources. We did this through all the challenges, through all the limitations. I'm also happy to say that I believe we were able to change the face of the Filipino community here. People can make a difference. And as we move on into our 15th year, as we evolve Illustrado, I have a request to make of all of you. Tulungan niyo po kami. Samahan niyo po kami na iangat ang mga Pilipino further, hindi lang sa kasikatan, hindi lang sa kagalingan, pati din yung values natin, our standards, and our way of life. Imagine what we have done as a small team, and imagine what we can do if you join us. So ladies and gentlemen, as we always say in Illustrado, taas no Filipino.
Thank you and congratulations to all of the recipients of the Dakilang Bayani 2021 Awards, and thank you to the Office of the Philippine Consulate General for honoring our Editor-in-Chief for her efforts. We have been championing the Filipino community in the UAE and beyond as Illustrado for more than 14 years, and it's only onwards and upwards from here. Thank you for watching another episode of This Week. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.